Hello and welcome to the Power of First programs. As part of Deloitte's management consulting partnership with the International Olympic Committee, we're thrilled to be on the ground at the Olympic Games in Paris 2024. My name is Michelle McGuire and I am the Digital Experience Lead from Deloitte Consulting. And I'm joined today by Leandro Larrosa, Digital Engagement and Marketing Director from the International Olympic Committee. Welcome.
Very happy to be here with you today.
Well, I appreciate it. It's been a long road to Paris for us. It's been a 2-year journey. And this is another Power of panel today. We're diving into all things digital transformation consulting, discussing the role of the fan data platform and the future of digital fan engagement. So let's get started. I'm so happy to be here. It feels like it's been a 2-year journey for us since our lunch in Marina del Rey in California 2 years ago.
Yeah.
How does it feel to finally be in Paris?
For me, the games is the final result of what we have done during this road to the games. I always consider that everything that we have done together in between the games is the most important thing for us to start from a much higher base, because the problem that we had in the past was that we had a fantastic audience during games time in summer, fantastic audience during winter times, but then what do we do in those years that we don't have any games happening? And everything that we were doing together with Deloitte, with your team, helped us for us to stay relevant in between the games, for us to start much better for games time. Yeah. And this is what is happening right now.
Yeah, I love when I first came to the IOC, I learned the term flame to flame.
Flame to flame,
which
exactly.
means the period between the games when there aren't any. And so, your vision about the kind of strategic relevance of the fan experience, tell me a little bit about how the IOC thought about digital strategy and fan experience historically.
Yeah, the digital strategy started in 2020. By consolidating all our websites, on our social media handles into just one, because that was extremely needed. And also, one important thing was that we took the decision for us to become the official web and app of the games during games time. Before it was the responsibility of an organizing committee, now it's the responsibility of the IOC. And why is that? Because we need to keep that audience engaged during the whole period, as you said, between games, flame to flame. So in this case, since Tokyo 2020, Olympic.com and the official app of the IOC becomes the official app and web of the games. So in this case, in Paris 2024, you could see that it was totally transformed into Paris app and web. With the look and feel, with all the features and many new features that we are innovating in these games today. So, but the thing is that when we started in 2020, this strategy was not taking into consideration all the elements of the digital world that is today.
Right.
I mean, the digital world evolved every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And this strategy had 4 years. So that's why we decided to work with Deloitte in order to make a new refreshment of this strategy in order for this to be updated to what it is today.
Amazing.
So that is paying back.
Yeah. I mean, the games have been fabulous. Your engagement has been fabulous. But tell me about going forward. What is kind of core to your digital strategy, looking ahead to some future games in Miko and LA?
The important thing is that now, thanks to the CDP that we developed together, now we have concrete data that we can analyze. So one important thing that we have done was to do this segmentation of our audience. In this case, we discovered fantastic new things that we didn't know, right? So now we know why people connect to us. So, and it's interesting because everybody think that people only connect to the IOC, to the Olympic Games, only because of performance, elite competition, and these kind of things. But we discovered that there are 4 categories in this segmentation. One of them is the obvious one, performance, elite competition, and everything. But the other 3 are more linked to inspiration, more linked to community, and more linked to entertainment. But the important thing, the interesting thing for us is that it's equally splitted. So only 20% of the people who connect to us connects because of the performance, and obviously the athletes is in the heart, the competition is in the heart,
Sure.
the Olympic Games is in the heart, but also people connect to us because of they want to get entertained, they want to get inspiration, and they want to create their community. So now that we know this, thanks to the work that we have done together, now we can create the right content for the right people. So this is what is happening for the future. We are testing a lot of new initiatives here in Paris in order for us to be much better in Milano Cortina for winter and in LA in 2028.
Amazing. So focusing on today and the engagement with fans, you were telling me earlier about some of the numbers that you've realized in the very short first week of the games. You were saying you've already exceeded targets. Tell me about the numbers.
We were working for a few months with our data team to set the targets, because every time we come to the games, we want to have clear targets to understand where we are. And the targets were very ambitious. What I can say is that after 1 week, we already surpassed all the targets. In day 5 of the games, we already surpassed all the metrics from Tokyo 2020. So these games looks to be at least 5 or 6 times in digital what it was Tokyo just a few years ago. So in order to go to some specific numbers, the acquisition rate and the acquisition numbers are amazing. In our digital strategy, we had a target of reaching 30 million registered users in our database in 2026, by the end of 2026. Today, we are already in 32 million. So
Amazing.
we already surpassed what is going to happen in 2 years, or even more than 2 years.
Yeah.
Social media is flying like never before. Today, we achieved 8.5 billion social media engagements. And again, and this is extremely important, we don't count impressions. Because for me, impression is not a measure of success. A measure of success is that people is engaging with our posting.
Right.
During games time, we will be producing 25,000 posts for social media for 15 different platforms in 9 different languages. And today, in the middle of the games, we are at 8.5 billion social media engagement, gaining between 1.5 and 3 million new followers every day.
Amazing. Congratulations, because I know going into this and the fan data platform being at the center that we built together,
Exactly.
the intention always was to personalize engagement, to engage fans where they were, to speak with a voice that might be relevant to them as a generation. And so I'm so proud to see that you guys have reached those targets so
now
quickly.
we can see the results, because now we are talking to people, very personalized.
Yeah.
Providing the content that they were expecting to receive.
Yeah.
Our CRM team has tools that they never had before in order, again, to send millions and millions of emails per day in a very personalized way, thanks to the information that we have now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes.
All right, so pivoting to the brand, obviously, the Olympic brand is arguably one of the most recognizable brands in the world. And I know that you have really ambitious, not just targets, but also desires for the brand as a whole. Tell me a little bit about how you are thinking about a future Olympic brand and what the IOC can do to kind of meet that future first.
After having the information that I just told you before, the segmentation of the audience and all this data that we have right now in relation to our audience, we created a new brand campaign that is called Olympics, Sports and More Than Sports. Why? Because people is connecting to us beyond sports.
Right.
Obviously, as I said before, sport is the heart, the athletes are the heart, the Olympic Games are the heart of who we are. But the Olympics is more than sports. The Olympic is inspiration. The Olympics is a lot of stories behind each athlete's of efforts and all these kind of things. So we created this campaign. We just launched it right before starting the games here in Paris, and now we are working obviously with your team and LA 2028 in order for us to have a 4 years journey of repositioning together our brand.
Yeah.
And again, the motto is sports and more than sports, because we go beyond it.
Right. And we've talked historically about engaging the next generation, this generation alpha. Tell me a little bit about how that future brand strategy is going to reach them in a different way.
We have, as I said, much more data for us to connect much better with the younger audiences. And a few days ago, the president of the IOC announced the Olympic eSport Games that will happen for the first time in 2025. It will be also another responsibility of our department, digital engagement and marketing team, for us to manage the development of the product and also the implementation of it. So next year we will have for the first time something that will resonate a lot with our younger audiences. There are a lot of stories to link esports with sports that we want to highlight, and I think that this is going to be key again for us to reach new audiences, to reach younger audiences. The other day I read a story that was for me fantastic as an example. I'm from Argentina, and there is a young guy from Argentina who was playing all his life fantasy games. So he thought that archery was part of a fantasy game set of weapons.
Right.
He never knew that archery was a real sport. So when he discovered that it was a real sport, he started practicing in a club. The end of the story, the guy qualified for Paris 2024 and he's competing here.
Amazing.
So this link
Yes.
between the digital world and the fantasy games and the esports and the real sports is fantastic.
That's amazing. What a great story. I love that, especially trying to get kids off the couch. I know you're passionate about connecting the two, but also getting out and move.
Exactly.
Having that generation start to move and embrace the movement. I think that's so amazing.
And I think that there is a connection both ways.
Yeah.
A friend of mine who's a famous Olympic champion in sailing, he's crazy about e-sailing. Why? Because in order for you to play this game, you have to learn through this platform on a lot of things like weather, wind, position, and these kind of things. So a lot of kids are learning the basics of sailing online, and then they go to the boat.
Yeah.
And then this guy that I just told you did the same thing. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Such a great story. Well, looking ahead to my hometown of Los Angeles in 2028, I know we're excited to host the games. I know we're excited about just having the Olympic movement return to Los Angeles since 1984. Tell me how the strategy is going to look different, Paris to LA for the Summer Games.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
We still don't have the answer to say, okay, how this is going to look like. But one interesting thing and one opportunity that we have for the IOC is that you are there. Yeah. LA it's a very innovative organizing committee, taking into consideration that they are in California, they are in LA, they are in the hometown of innovation and development technology. Mm-hmm. So this is what we are doing. We are working together to understand, and also to understand what is going to happen in 4 years. Because with the growth of and the development of the digital world, every day and every night, we don't know what is going to be available at that time. On many different fronts, in social media, in the metaverse, in many other things. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's extremely important for us to keep working together, having the opportunity to have you as part of our team, and to have LA as a very innovative organizing committee for us to keep evolving the new digital strategy that we are working on together, to adjust it to the new to the new trends.
Agree. It'll be a journey from Paris to LA for sure. And we'll continue to focus on all things digital transformation as we work together. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little about what is the thing that you were most excited to see here in Paris while you were here? And I know you see all the things, but tell me, which sport are you most excited about?
I think that these games are not about sports, not only about sports.
Sure.
Why? Because we are having an opportunity to see sports happening in very iconic places that we will never see it again. Yeah. I mean, it's just a dream to go to Versailles to watch equestrian,
Right.
or to go to Grand Palais to see fencing,
yeah.
or here, close to here in the urban park to see skateboarding or BMX freestyle happening in La Concorde. So I think that these games are fantastic for that. After 100 years of the last time that Paris organized the games, we are able to see, to live the story, into the history of this fantastic city, but at the same time, modern sports, urban sports, and these kind of things. So this combination of tradition and modernity, it's something that is amazing. With a lot of people ask me, okay, what do you suggest me for me to go? Okay, if you're a fan of a sport, choose it.
Right.
Go and go wherever
Yes.
you like. But take the opportunity for you to see sports where you will never, maybe we will never see again.
Right.
I mean, volleyball, beach volleyball under the Eiffel Tower. Who dreamed
Spectacular.
about it?
It was spectacular,
right?
yes.
Who dreamed
agreed.
about it?
Yeah.
So,
And even every day, I was walking to work yesterday down the Champs-Élysées, and here comes the triathlon, the women, and the fans were out first thing in the morning.
Right.
They were
In
excited.
the middle of the city.
The middle of the city, and having a great time. And I will say this, the French fans have shown up in their hometown in a way that I did not expect, and it's super exciting to see fans engaging, using the platform that we've built together to show up and have a personalized, different experience.
Right.
It truly has
and the
been.
results show what we have done together.
I know.
So, and engagement is the engagement is fantastic all around the country. It's not only happening in Paris, because we have a lot of venues out of the city, and people is totally engaged with these games. And again, we did a very good job together with the organizing committee in order for us to create awareness all around the country that the games were coming to Paris.
Yeah. Well, with that, on behalf of Deloitte, I'd like to thank you for being with us today. We heard several themes around fan engagement, the future of sport, how the IOC is thinking about the future. And we as Deloitte could not be more proud to be on this journey with you. And we thank you for all of the support these last 2 years.
We couldn't have a better partner with you.
I'm so grateful. If you'd like to watch this panel playback and others, head over to LinkedIn Live. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back soon.